Mr McIntosh.
Well, Mr President, here we are talking about accountability. It seems like the Liberal Party are only accountable to their members for getting pre-selection. The Liberal Party have again shown they are out of depth on energy, as is the Shadow Minister, bringing, as the opposition Shadow said, national architecture. These are issues for the feds. Perhaps he could talk to his colleague, Mr Dutton, if the party wasn't in an absolute nuclear uproar about where reactors would go and all fighting each other over this new nuclear policy. They might actually be talking to each other about energy policy, but we know they're not. We know they haven't for 2.5 decades. It's just all ideologically driven. There's no substance, there's no plan, and there's no policy. The government will not oppose this docs motion. And I'll talk you through, Mr Davis, exactly why that is, because we don't have access to the minutes that you are asking for. They are confidential. We could write, we don't receive them, we can't access them. You talk about access and accountability. The Australian Energy Regulator, RFOIable. So I know this is hard to comprehend, but those opposite could do some work. Do some work, do some research, bring something to this place of some substance. And on energy, as I've said, for 2.5 decades, you have brought nothing of substance to this place. The answers are to frack farms, poison the underwater aquifers, destroy our agricultural land. Now we're hearing about nuclear power generators. As I said before, where are the reactors going to go? Where is the waste going to go?
Mr Davis, on a point of order.
President, is a documents motion. It's a very narrow debate, and I've laid out the reasons why we seek the documents, but we've been quite specific about those points and those reasons. Now, the member is now embarking on a broad debate, which is not about the documents and why the documents should be provided.
Mr McIntosh, being the first government speaker, has more licence to go a bit broader, and I think he has been relevant as far as the energy market. Mr McIntosh.
And if the Shadow Minister for Energy wants to talk about accountability and they see themselves fit to form government, then their energy policies have to be accountable. If we are talking about nuclear reactors being put in all over this country, I think Victoria and Australians want to have accountability as to where that will be and where they will go. I think if farmers are hearing about their lands being ripped up for fracking, as every single ex-leader in this place has spoken to for the Liberal Party, and they're all still here, the leader at the moment is Mr Pesutto, he is driven by the ideologues, the radical ideologues within the opposition who don't want to hear the economics. They don't want to hear what the community have to say about wanting clean, affordable energy, and we know that renewables are the cheapest form of energy, and that the CSIRO is saying that, even when you put in transmission and storage, everything we're doing, but instead you lot want to have off into the never, 20 years away, a nuclear reactor, but you won't say, well, you've talked about Hazelwood and Anglesea, I don't know what those communities are saying, but this side is giving tangible solutions to a real challenge of decarbonising our economy. We're already 40% of the way there with electricity, but still you lot are kicking and screaming and refusing to be dragged along. And Victorians know it's the most affordable form of energy. That's why they're putting solar panels on their roof. That's why they're electrifying their houses. We know that you lot want to delay the inevitable and keep looking to dig up more gas. We know the conventional gas isn't there. That's been proven by the head scientist. But you lot still want to keep going with it, because it doesn't matter about what economically makes sense. It doesn't matter what community is saying. You are absolutely welded on to your ideological hatred of renewables. And that is the basis of it, and that is driven by your membership, not the broader community, because again it comes back to pre-selections. And that is why your party is in nuclear disarray, with leadership contests basically every sitting week. The leader has to worry, and whether it's the two previous leaders who are still sitting in this place, or whether it's someone else who's coming.
Mr Davis, on a point of order.
The member has strayed miles from the bill.
I uphold the point of order. Mr McIntosh, return to the motion, please.
Thank you. Victorians want a government that will outlay their energy policies, that will deliver a plan taking us through this decade and decades to come, and this motion proves that the opposition have no plan for the future of Victorian energy.